Good morning, Ravali.
Thanks for joining the call.
Thank you.
Please share your screen and open PPT and walk me through. Over to you, Praveen.
Yeah, okay. In this PPT, attribute dimension. Attribute dimension is a specially type of dimension. In attribute dimension describes the characteristics of a size and such a characteristics of a data such as size and colors of a product. Okay, coming to the second slide. In this topic, we will be able to show us the uses of attribute dimension in the following artifacts. In the attributes, I have to use in application for ways. Data forms RTP. RTP is a runtime runtime prompts and the business rules and the smart view. And coming to the third slide, creation of attributes of dimension. How to create a attribute dimension in application. Okay, then what is an attribute in general? Can you give me an example of an attribute in Amazon app? In basically attribute dimension is a special type of dimension. It can be associated with the a business dimension. It can be describe the characteristics of data and size and colors of products and prices. And coming an example of an Amazon app. In Amazon app, a lot of products are there, and product in the product have to size, price, and the color of the product. This is the example of the Amazon app. And can you explain the difference between standard dimension and attribute dimension? And standard dimension has a basically has 11 11 dimensions are there, and two custom dimensions are appear. And attribute dimension, in attribute dimension is have to filter it is used to filter the mm, filter the destination of intersection, assigning the rules can be to be created in the standard dimension. In storage has been created can be a sparse and dense dimensions, and the attribute dimension has the base dimension. It can be used to only a sparse dimension, and the standard dimension shared members are allowed by the standard dimension, and attribute dimension is not allowed the shared dimensions. And the formula of members has been associated with the standard dimension, and attribute dimension it cannot be associated with the formula members. And the and coming to the next one, in which case you have to prefer the attribute dimension over the standard dimension. In attribute dimension is a similar to the standard dimension. It can be it can be used to alias the members to the hierarchy of the in attribute dimension members. And attribute dimension is they associated with the a member of member can be used to classify the member in other associated dimension. It can be describe a size as describe a size, characteristics and products. And can be next one, we can use assign attribute dimension at dense or sparse dimension. How you can assign the attribute dimension, attribute dimension in dense or sparse dimension? I will show the navigation. And here the performance go in application settings. Go to the application home page. Here the navigator, and here the dimension create and clusters, and a card is the dimension card. And here the dimensions in a dimensions are this is the standard dimensions, and two customer dimensions are here. And here the performance settings, click on performance settings. Here to display the dimensions members and the density dense are sparse dimension. In account is the dense dimension, and part of and in remaining dimensions are sparse dimension. It have to assign the dense to spare, spare to dense, have to here. And then go to the PPT. And here to and next you can show me how to create an attribute dimension. Okay, I will go to the navigation. In home page, go to the home page, go to the navigator under dimensions. I take the entity dimension, and code dimension is a dense dimension, so entity is a sparse dimension. I create the attribute dimension here. And here the custom attributes are there. Is appear the to display the menu bar, and here and also display the actions in drop down. Here the custom dimensions are appear here, and the control plus O is to the use, and here to click the custom attributes, and here the add symbol is there. Okay, I will add here to click on add, here to name, give the name region, and here the text data type is a text, date, boolean, and numeric, and here is a text is a characteristics, and here to date is a date format, and the boolean is 0 or 1, and can be used to boolean format, and numeric is a 0 to 10 numeric format. And okay, and actually I created in region. Here the region, click on region, and here to add a members, here and add member, add member. Here the child one, click on child, here the add member, APAC, add the APAC Africa, and then add another one. I add MEA, the list Africa, save. It can be saved here, and then close, and then close, and go to the slides. Here the can you show me how to assign attribute dimension to the standard dimension? How will I assign to the standard attribute dimension to standard dimension? I will go to the, I will show the navigation, and here the entity dimension appear here, and expand total geography under the segments, expand the segments, and expand EN01. In EN01 I assigned the attributes in a standard dimension. Here the attribute values are there. Click on attributes values, and here the reason I created the attribute. Here the reason is there, and USA here to add. We are adding the USA in attribute value, and click on save. This can take in here, and this is the assigning of attributes value, attributes dimension to the standard dimension. And then after go to the fourth slide. Okay, usage of attribute dimension in data forms. So how can you use the attribute in data forms? Can you show how to use the attribute dimension in a data form in the page drop down, and show me how to standard dimension members are filtered. Okay. Okay, I will go to the form. Once I will go to the form. Here the once I will go to the form, the refresh the database, refresh the database here. Okay, and go to the action. Here the refresh the database, refresh it. Refresh the database, and whole application has been refreshed. Here is take the time is 3 to 4 minutes. After refresh the database, and I will go to the forms, how to add the use the attributes in forms. Here the settings and alias has been refreshed here. Okay, after I refresh, I will go to the navigator. Now the navigator create and manage. Here the forms are there. Click on forms. And the forms here the library for here the folders is a library. Under the library, expand library, here the data forms are there. Click on data forms. Yes, already created a one form, and click on the new form. Click on edit, open a form. Okay, and then go to the layout. Here the under the layout attribute dimensions are will appear here. A reason is display visible here, and they go to the PPT, and you have to show how to use the attribute dimension in a data form in the page drop down, and show me how to standard dimension members are filtered. Okay, we go to the navigation. Here the attribute dimension. I will move the dimension in page, attribute dimension in page. To move is taken a process. Yeah, it moved, and click on edit. Here the appear here regions, and select the region go to the function fx calculations, click on function calculations. And here I take the children, I descendant children. Okay, I descendants children reason will added here, and click on OK and save, and go to the preview. A preview will be open now. Is taken time. As a preview will appear here under the preview. Here the page, click on arrow, and here the reason will display reason, and here the click on reason. Click on reason. Click on region. You have to select the members USA, Europe, and Epic and MEA. You have to select the USA and click on OK. This is the process of how to use the forms in page. And then go to next one. Here too you can move the attribute dimension to the POV, and rows, and can be attribute dimension to the rows, and can be move the attribute dimension to the columns. Okay, I will show the navigation and explain, and click on cancel. And here I will move the attribute dimension in POV. It's moved to POV in attribute dimension. And okay, I will go to the preview. In POV will appear in here to reason will appear in POV, and click on cancel, and then move to, and also move to the rows. And you have to select this edit. Click on edit. And select USA and add this one. And here too will appear the USA, and click on OK. And go to the preview. Okay, will appear the USA. This is the attribute dimension. I will provide the attribute dimension, move to the rows, and here will appear the USA in attribute dimension, and then can cancel, and then move to columns. Then after completion of rows, and go to the preview. In USA in column is appear this is a product, this is attribute dimension, and row is a account dimension. Will and columns attribute dimension will appear here, and then cancel, and then after go to the fifth slide. the usage of attribute dimension in RTP. Yeah, it can be used in runtime bronze. And runtime bronze is dynamically to customize the POV of user can be working, and to be can be allowed to the focus of calculations and attributes. And here you can use the assign attribute dimension or the attribute dimension members in RTP. Yes, we can assign the attribute dimension or attribute dimension members in RTP. Okay, and next one, can you show me how to assign attributes dimension or attribute dimension members in RTP? And can you show me only few attributes dimension limited in RTP? And here the Europe and Epic. And I will go to the application. I will show the navigation. Okay, click on cancel, go to the navigator, click on rules card. In rules card, here the calculation manager will be appear here in the system view. Under the system view, here to go to the menu, and here the actions are here, and click on drop down. Here the variable designer, click on variable designer. Okay, I elaborated the application, and I expand the application preview, and under the console, click on console. Under the here the click on console, here the taken the new one, click on new, and here the name is given, the name is RTP underscore entity attribute attribute. And here the type is, I will select the type is member, and here I take in the dimension is here I take the attribute dimension. In the attribute dimension is region, and I have to select the apply the RTP, enable the RTP, and here the limits and default value is there. Click on the click on here the member and function here appear, and click on member. Here to take the two members, I will take the two members, limited the region. Here to expand the region, and here the region USA, Europe, Epic, and members here. And at the PPT scenarios, I take the Epic, I added one, and then Europe, and I also Europe added. It's taken only two, and click on OK. Epic and Europe will appear here, and I say I set the default value. Click on icon here. Under the function, click on default value under the function. Here the function I have to take the attribute, the member set. I have to take the attribute here. I take the attribute under the click on gear icon, and here to select the member. Member is region. I have to select region, click on OK, and click on OK. Will appear here, set to default value, and then give the RTP text. I will enter the RTP text. Please enter the attribute. Enter the attribute and click on save. This variable has been saved successfully and click on OK. And then after we'll go to the sixth slide and usage of attribute in business rule. How to use the attributes in business rule? Can you show me how many functions are available, and can you show me at least 2 functions are available, and how to add the attributes in business rules? Okay, I will go to the navigation and here to go to the system view. Under system view, expand the EPM cloud, and EPM cloud here expand the Praveen and application name, and here to console, expand the console. Under the rules card here and expand the rules card, and you have to create a new object. And the new object here, the EPM cloud. I take the EPM cloud. Application type is EPM cloud, and application is Praveen, and cube is console. I take the cube is console, and object type is I take the object type in role, and I will give the name is rule rule 1. I will give the name is rule 1. Click on OK. His rule 1 is created and now open for editing. Click on OK. Okay, here the open the roles, custom roles. I have to enter the in a syntax here, fix and give the brackets under the parentheses, and here the give the RTP. Earlier I created the RT in variable designer. I take the RTP here and I pass the rule, and here the entity I give the name is RTP entity attribute, and then enter and fix. And fix. And fix. Okay, in the fix and click on enter, and here to go to the function you have to select any functions you have to select here. You have to click on in any functions you have to select here the attribute, click on attribute here, the under the attribute name, member name, click on the grid icon, uh, here to take the member. You have to dimensions, you have to set the dimension is region, click on region, and region will appear, and click on region. You have to select one attribute member. Okay, I'll take the USA and click on OK. Will see USA will appear. Click on OK. They have to take in the function in a business role. This is the process. And then after go to the here, and here to give the syntax is fix bracket and close bracket, enter, give the end fix, okay, and then go to the again here to go to the save, click on save. His role will be saved successfully. Click on OK. And you have to validate the rules. Any errors or occur, you have to validate here. Click on validate. His validation process is running. His validate process is running here. This can be taken time in 1 minute. Here to starting the validation, had again is the planning of the server in a business role. After the validate, and I have to deploy the rule. The validation process is still running. Your validation is successful without any errors, and click on OK. After then, go to the actions and here to deploy here, and here to deploy the role. Click on deploy. The deploy process is running. This also take the time in 1 minute. After deploying the role, we'll go to the application, and under the application head, under the dashboards are there, under the head rules card is appear here there. Open rules card and click on launch. You have to view the launch and you have to set the limits in attributes. A deployment was successful, and click on OK. And after go to the application, here under the navigator, click on navigator. Here the rules card is appear here. Click on rules card. Under the rules card, I created the rule name is here. Here the refresh rule. Here the rule one is appear here, and click on the launch. I had to display the please enter the attributes here the runtime bronze, and here to go. Click on edit here to only Europe and Epic and Asia, Africa is will appear when I created to when I set the limit this is limit this is two only will happily to display the only two, and rest of the two members are not displayed here, and click on OK. This is the process of how to create the business process, and then next one is usage of attribute in a smart view, and then go to the smart view. Here cancel and minimize the application under the and go to the Excel. Click on Excel. Take in the new one. Okay, go to the smart view. Under the click on panel. shared connection here, and smart view. In a smart view, you can show how to insert the attribute in smart view, how to report the attribute dimension here, and I will go to the here and shared connections here. Click on shared connections and log in the credential with application. Login application. Default cloud admin. Then go. Login. Click on EPM cloud. Expand the application. Go to the library. Under the library, data forms will appear here. Data forms, I already created the one data form, and go to the ad hoc analysis. Open the form. Form will be open here. Okay, I take the one. I take the insert one row on column, and here to click the here to apply the attribute. Region, enter, and go to the refresh. Yes, we will to take the attribute in whole. It have to take in the attributes attribute dimension in the form, and then after go to the pivot. Here to pivot. I have to move to the this attribute dimension in a POV. Have to click the pivot, and here to move the, and here. Okay, I will drag here, and here the refresh. Refresh, and here the region will be appear here. And then go to, okay, go to pivot. Okay, I will show to another one in a geo form. I take the geo form. I take the ad hoc analysis. And here too I take the one in a column in one row, and here to apply the attributes. How to insert the attributes in a smart view. Okay, I will insert the attribute here. Region, enter, click on refresh. We'll take the attributes here the whole you have to take in the attributes in the application in the form. This is the actual process of in a smart view, and then that's and then go to the application, and then go to the eighth topic. In this topic you can have to conclude show how to use the attributes in the following. This is the concluded one, how to where you can use the attributes in ways and the data forms, runtime, business front, and business rules and smart view. And then is thank you, Ravali.